Well, there's no disputing tyre choice here at Cadwell Park. The mass ranks of the Thundersport 500s behind me ready to take to the circuit, and it's definitely wet tyres. Andy Lawson is championship leader. Daryl Harrison's also up there. And look out for a newcomer. Adam Shelton, the Stinger, is back with us here at Thundersport GB. Should be an interesting one. Robin, over to you.
Yes, thanks very much, Steve, and looking forward to this one. Another huge grid, massive turnout for the Bridgestone Thundersport 500s. Daryl Harrison got the best of it in qualifying, number 5 on pole position, but well, second quickest, number 61. It is the Stinger. Adam Shelton, the youngster, alongside Daryl, and on the outside of that front row, the championship leader and reigning mini-twin champion, number 12. Andy Lawson. That is a likely looking triumvirate down there, but behind him on the second row is 83 Colin McCabe, 9 Tom Harrison, 155 Scott Campbell. Scott Campbell, Steve, I think having one of the best weekends we've seen him have so far this season.
Yeah, and rumour has it he's not a big fan of the wet either, so well, we'll see how he gets on in this first race of the day. And it's a good start from the yellow machine of Adam Shelton, the local rider, who was a contender of the Aprilia Super Team Championship back in 2008. In fact, that was the last time he got a podium, I think at Brands Hatch, something like that. So good to have him back out with us. Scott Campbell there, swallowed up, fallen back 2 or 3 places.
Yep, Andy Lawson slotting into second place. I think Daryl Harrison in third, but they run up the hill, the long Park Straight, and then down into Park Corner and around Chris Curve, and gradually sorting themselves out. We can see Joe Barton having a good run. Joe is on the only Kawasaki out there, although it's ubiquitous, the Honda 500. They've all got them, except for Joe. You can run anything, any suitable 500 out there, but it's just everyone chooses the Honda for the most part. And Joe, as I say, the sole exception on this grid at the moment.
Yes, Joe has been making quite a good account of himself so far. 106, there he is with a bright yellow helmet. We'll see plenty more of him going through there. 21, Chris Pickersgill, 66, Webster, and then that's Dave Pelfram at number 71.
Yes, good to see Dave out there, fresh from his first mini-twin win of the year. We saw that one earlier on, but out in the Thundersport 500s, and I've no doubt having a thoroughly good time. James Webster, number 66, there he is. He's had some good results this year as well, but they're battling, of course, not just each other, not just this glorious track, but these horrible conditions. And Andy Lawson there, tucked in second place, still having to give best at the moment to Adam Shelton. There's Adam, number 61, in the lead, and look at that. Andy Lawson losing out there to the number 33 machine of Richard Blunt. Richard Blunt, the rookies this year, Steve.
Yeah, Richard's having a good time out there, and Dave Stewart, actually series organiser, mentioned him in the pre-race programme and said we're going to expect to see some improvements from him. And look at this, he's up there at the front along with Adam Shelton, and this could be the first challenge that Shelton's come under. There's Colin McCabe, one of the championship contenders. Daryl Harrison having a bit of a tough time here in Lincolnshire this weekend. The rider from Poole is not really enjoying things, I don't think, too much.
You mean someone from Poole doesn't like it wet? Well, can't be having that. Adam Shelton, though, looking a little more under pressure this time, going down through Mansfield. There's Colin McCabe in 5th, but look how that top 5 is now concertinaed up.
And Richard Blunt up into the lead. So 33 ahead of Adam the Stinger Shelton. Then it's Andy Lawson, championship leader. Then Daryl Harrison and Colin McCabe.
Yeah, it's getting tight at the top. You reckon?
Oh, almost, well, an out-of-seat moment there for Blunt as they make their way into Hall Bends.
Yes, he did that right in front of the clubhouse, and that's where most of the people gather and either have a swift half or a cup of tea in their hands, and that will have unsettled a few saucers, I guarantee you. There's Colin McCabe. Look, he's head down and chasing, and once again, the leading 5 even closer. Those podium positions have got to come, you'd imagine, from this bunch of 5 at the front.
Yeah, we just saw Kyle Wilkes going through there, number 23, but it's some good riding here from Blunt. Very difficult, though, in these conditions to know how hard to push it. Once you do get out into the lead, then you are effectively the guinea pig.
Yes, indeed. Well, Richard Blunt needs to keep his concentration out there. Oh,
there, yep. A couple of riders down there, Robin, and that looks like it could be Tom Harrison and Scott Campbell that's gone down.
And giving a quick look over to check that they're safe. But the leaders, meanwhile, out the front, Adam Shelton, number 61. And he's got ahead of Richard Blunt. So Richard just losing out in that lead, but still handily placed, and now gives him a chance to sit behind Adam Shelton and just check out a few lines. There we see Daryl Harrison, who is currently in 4th place behind Andy Lawson.
There it goes. Oh, and Joe Barton. There wasn't any room there, Joe Barton. Robin, what do you think to that? Because Nick Clift didn't know anything about that.
I'd say Nick Clift was a passenger there. He was doing well. And yeah, I think that was something of an apology there from Joe. But 2 of them down now, but it's good to see they are up and okay. Meanwhile,
oh my word, that's Richard Blunt. That's one of the leaders. That's unbelievable.
Well, he flew off there and he stood himself up just as he reached the tire wall. And I really hope for his sake that he's not carrying an injury there. And there, Daryl Harrison, well, he'll be elevated a place. What a shame for the rookie rider. And it leaves Adam Shelton out only and lonely, miles up the front. So Adam up the mountain. Good to see him back out. I haven't seen him riding competitively for a good long time. And it's good to see him out on the 500. And he's certainly taken to this. He's a very accomplished racer. He's also, I have to say, a very accomplished musician as well. He plays a fine guitar, does Adam Shelton.
He does indeed, and this has been made a little bit easier thanks to Richard Blunt going out. Blunt was on his way to a lovely podium, but it's going to be a win for the Stinger. Adam Shelton back to Thundersport GB and back to his winning ways.
He has a look over his shoulder. He said, where are they all? But yeah, he's having another look. He says there was a big grid somewhere. An excellent win then for Adam Shelton. And I think it's going to be Colin McCabe who just nicks up into 2nd place ahead of championship points leader Andy Lawson at the end there. So a very happy Adam the Stinger Shelton. And it was indeed Colin McCabe who got up to finish 2nd, Andy Lawson 3rd, Daryl Harrison was 4th, James Webster a good 5th, ahead of Dave Palfreman in 6th place. And there we see Adam Shelton, Colin McCabe and Andy Lawson on the podium. Well done, Adam.
Winner of that race, Adam Shelton. Adam, I think is something like Brands Hatch 2008, the last time we spoke to you as far as the race win's concerned in the Aprilia Super Teens. You're back here this weekend on a circuit that you love, on a 500. How have you found it?
Well, we had a brilliant win yesterday in the dry, and this morning it turned it absolutely upside down. The lap times just weren't there, but in the race, I don't know what happened. We put new wets on, and it just went brilliant from there. I really didn't expect to be here. I'd just like to thank Mark Bridgestone for paying for the meeting, Dave at DRS, and specifically above all else, James, for being an absolute star all weekend. Thanks to everyone else who helped as well. You all know who you are. Thank you.